Oh shit, I guess we're recording. What the fuck? I'm gonna leave it just like that because the lights look sick as fuck. I just cleaned my camera and they still look sick. Alright. Let's see here. Mate. Crikey, Nigeria. I'm a rapper. I am a musician. So what I'm about to say right now is only gonna probably catch a very few of you because like algorithm and they know who to send my stuff to. So if you got sent this and you're about what I'm about to talk about right now, God knew just to send it to you, my friend. My friend. Okay? Listen, so because there's a lot of shit I see in the world and a lot of cool knowledge and understanding between the human actual potential and the fucking limits that we want to set on ourselves and believe with all of our hearts. And but I'm going to go ahead and especially express myself on this little note today because as a rapper and somebody who didn't know fucking a thing about any of this shit, but have just like sensed it and learned it and kind of, you know, definitely felt it through my whole fucking life. There are people here that where I live that I will like scare. Like there, and it happened to my mom when it happened to her. You know what I mean? And so there's been a few different people, times where people were like, "Man, you're glowing." And there's been, you know, first couple times it was like, "Oh man, all right, tight." Like, okay, like I must look like I'm shining today. What, like I'm dressed well, something, you know. But every time and it was some were softer than others. You know, the first couple were softer, and but one of them was like medium, like you know, girl, like I open my door, they're knocking, I open my door, girl's like, damn, like you're like shining, bro. You know, I mean, like looking at me like, fuck. I was like, oh, thank you, like come in, you know. But no, it was when I'm sitting there trying to like finish my story, telling my mom about something, and she can't stop fucking looking at me like, what the fuck is that? And I'm like, you know, finally I ask her, so, what I'm about to in, try to teach or guide through, there's a lot of different, you people, whoever is listening to this, I'm probably more of send this to a couple people. And so, whoever found it, God damn it, it was meant for you. But listen, aura, your soul. We all have like we all are like bioelectromagnetics, you know, torus field spheres. That's like our aura. It's our energy. That's why, and it's burning. That's why we're fucking like 90 something degrees, and you know, the water is like room temperature. Well, okay, so I was just watching some shit last night, and you know, last night on Gaia about your aura and how to like turn on the electricity and really get like the fucking energy. And there's this chi master, and they don't teach motherfuckers at all like this. They maybe allow this fucking dude, but like they do not teach people this. But he's got a leaf and he's touching you with it, and on the video you can see the tip of the leaf like spark up like a spark. But he just touches you with a leaf and he's helping you break in your energy, like get used to the fact that it's there, like wake it up a little bit. And dude's like sitting there and he just touches him with a leaf, and dude's like, okay, like go again. Yeah, and I'm like, dude, I know that's fucking. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, dude, kid, what is that fucking Tibetan or Chinese, like the chi master, like what is it, how is he doing it, what, how does it, and I know I can picture some of it. There's also remember there's like 12, just like there's 12 signs, there's like almost 12 different like powers, you could say, and different abilities. Well, so one that I know, and I know that I know because everybody else seems to know too, and I mean, it's like they see it and I can't hide it. I mean, you wouldn't want to, you know what I mean? It's like there's no reason ever to hide it, but it's like sometimes when you're trying to be nice and you're just, you know, you don't want to like make people uncomfortable and stuff, and you're trying, you know, trying to be kind of like timid and nice, not timid like you're, but like you're being, you know, modest. The sometimes you can't hide it, and But so your light will shine out. Okay, so now mine, I want to explain to you guys how to do something. And as soon as you have grasped it once and gotten like the method and like how what it kind of is, or at least how it happened from, you know what I mean? Then you get better at it immediately. You're like, oh wait, okay, I get the idea now. And but so I had this motherfucker that I had met in Logan, and okay, and me and him were kind of, telling a buddy about this, and he was kind of listening to me, but like his roommate was like, dude, I know exactly what you're talking about, bro. And that's crazy because I'm talking about like turning your aura into a shape, just like the Merkaba. And it's close to the Merkaba. Some are, nearly just that shape, but like you do them in different shapes and widths and sizes, and some of them are more like snowflakey, and some of them are just like a fucking diamond. And, anyways, but it's your aura. And now I'm going to guide you guys how to do this and explain how to do it all. And then you guys can, like practice it for yourselves and however and where, like, because you have to take advantage of like certain, I don't know, emotions, moments to really be able to like bring out the best of them. You know what I mean? And it has to be in a positive way, not like in a negative way, because it'll just go the complete opposite way of what you're trying to do by having like a strong, healthy, significant, vibrant, fucking pure aura. Well, so and but so with it, so this dude from Logan, I'm telling him about auras, and he's like, bro, that's crazy because I can like see people's auras. I was like, he's like, I mean, you want to like test it out? I was like, dude, I'm down. But I was like, and I was like, listen, I'm gonna do 4 different like color schemes. Now I'm not gonna say how many colors or any, you know what I mean? But I'm just gonna do 4 of them, and I'm gonna like, I'll tell you when I'm ready, like once I've gotten it there, and I want you to tell me like what colors are there. And I did 3 that the first 3 were like 2 colors, and then the last one was like the one color that I seemed to resonate with real motherfucking personally. Like I'm closer to this color than any man is to his wife. But the dark purple and deep dark purple. So anyways, we're doing the colors. First one I did was like a goldish and like red, like in maroon, and he called it dead on. I was like, all right, that like you can see it, bro. And I was like, all right, okay, I'm gonna do another one. What do I do? And then what was it? Cape red, and then no, and then it was pink and yellow, and he called that one like both colors. And then the last one that was 2 colors was like green, like maybe apple green and like royal blue, and he called that one perfect. And then when I was like, all right, what about this one? I was like, okay, now I'm gonna do like just a one, like a single one, and like see whether or not he can see or like this one, because I know I got this one. But it's also simpler, so I was thinking like maybe if he can't see it, he might like guess it's like a couple different colors, and be wrong, like type, But it was like, so I did the purple one, and like as I was like, I hadn't even said okay yet, like that I had gotten it on, and but I'm like, I'm getting there. I'm like, okay, and I'm like, he's like, oh, fuck, bro, like that's like a real deep, like fucking scary, deep, dark purple, bro. And I was like, yep, I guarantee you, I don't like the other colors you could have guessed. Calling my purple like that before I'm telling him I'm ready, and he's like, oh, I was like, yep, he's seeing it. So the abilities, that's what I'm saying. I've never really been able to see anybody glow. I've never seen anybody glow, especially with color, other than one person. And the person I seen was kind of, and it would happen just like how I was talking to my mom that day. Like I was in the middle of talking, trying to finish and he kept trying to, and I was like, oh damn, bro. I was like, hey dog, hold on. And he's like, and he just kept going. I was like, dog, hold up. And he just kept going. And I was like, bro, shut the fuck up for a second. And he's like, what, bro? Like, man, what the fuck? What? And I was like, dog, okay, like you do have, and he had like a little halo. I mean, in this image, it was maybe a white halo about that thick, just kind of like around him. And it was pretty thick. And I mean, I'm sitting there and I'm like looking at his phone and like the imagery, and I'm like, it kind of looks like the sun's behind him, but the sun was like in front of him, like you can see the light on his face, and it wasn't behind him. And I was like, oh shit, like that is like you're. I was like you're, and but anyway, he's like, man, what, yo, like what? I was like, dog, like I can't even fucking pay attention to what the fuck you're talking about, dog. Like you got you got your shine on. I was like, that's cool because I've been hella told that I've been seeing glowing, and I mean, since then, and my mom and stuff, like there was a neighbor who came out one time and was like, man, it was like the other night, dog. Like, when I leave you at your house and you're alone in there for 3 days, I'll be coming out of the fucking building at like 12 o'clock at night, and there's color light glowing through your ceiling, dog. Like outside, it's like like your roof is glowing, and I'm like, it's like I don't, because I'm thinking, I'm like, could I be like that fucking much? And then I'd like think back to the couple previous days, and I was like, okay, oh, like maybe maybe I certainly feel and felt like I was glowing more than I thought I would be or would have or could have been. But when I thought about like what I'd been going through, I was like, okay, yeah, I was pretty like in my fucking, in my mind's fucking eye, like vision, you know what I mean? And taking in the however you want to call it, downloads, like reading the ether, fucking in my arcana, whatever, how you know what I mean? There's a million different ways to put it. I'm the ghetto, by the way, so I apologize because I am the ghettoest motherfucker. And I don't, a lot of these terms I don't even, know. I've learned most of the words, but it's like, so, anyways, but I will be able to teach you a lot more than some of them motherfuckers will be able to teach you. And if they like are trying, and I'm just telling you just by simple explanations. I mean, I could really definitively define it type, to you guys, but it's going to be easy for you to understand. Okay, aura. Practice this. Okay, color. We're going to start with color because what it is, every color, you got to understand that like there's a good and bad to each color and like representation. Now, there might be a shape too. They're probably in fucking alchemy and the like the geometric, in geometry and shit. Like there probably is a shape that would go with certain aspects too. But so I just go with what I felt. So okay, for instance, like my blue one. Yeah, you want to be for instance, say being real, like honest and just like the realest motherfucker. If you want to be right now, if you wanted to turn blue like I have, if you really want to be and are like fucking want to see it and want the proof type of and want to feel it. So if you haven't been being a true motherfucker and being honest to like everybody, you know what I mean? Like humility, I'm talking like just honest and not like hiding fucking anything about your life to anybody. If you haven't been doing that for the last couple months type shit, probably maybe you may be able to get through it in a couple weeks, but I mine's been like years, so I feel like it might take you a couple months, but I guarantee that's what the essence of the blue aura is. If you want to be real and feel the blue right now, go and tell whoever the fuck it is, or drop it in the comment of this video, the ugliest, nastiest, most embarrassing, fucking humiliating fucking thing that you've done this week to whoever, to what, and just kind of, like, because we all have our bad side in there. It doesn't matter whatever it is, but something you're not trying to show to people and that you're ashamed of, and be real and fucking authentic and like, what? No, like I want to feel blue. So like, okay, I did do this, that, and whatever. And just drop it in the comments. Tell your friend, tell your mother, your wife, I don't give a fuck. Tell somebody. And then resonate like what I'm telling you to do. Because, okay, for instance, so blue. You got honesty, truth, like royalty, nobility type on one side. The other side is like betrayal, straight lies. It's not like as much as a lie as it is like the dude who's like, plotting with the enemy and like trying to get you to come and like, because you know we're brothers, but he's about to like straight betray you. That so each color, so for instance, okay, green. This green, if it was like the darker green, maybe you can't, maybe like that green. That green is like greed and then generosity. This red is probably anger and like romance, like love, you know what I mean? Anger and love, hate and love. That blue, this blue right here with the lights, it's a little lighter. That's like hope and then like sorrow, like you know what I mean, like giving up type of. Let's do another one. Hold on, where's a fucking weird one, kind of like a weird color. So I definitely gotta explain this one because this one's just a little too personal to me. Okay, what about, okay, you got like this yellow, that's like pride, and then the opposite is fear. This purple is the darkness that like a motherfucker's felt, and like when the darkness abandoned him too, when every fucking thing turned, you know what I mean, and it like the darkness of one's mind, as well as it is because the purple is like a light too, it glows in the dark. It's like fucking like a black light, and that's exactly how it is, you know. And that's why it kind of scared people. But it's like what is completely unharmable, and it's so vulnerable. It's like, man, I'm just, and it'll live. The more of a threat could be around, like the more vulnerable they'll get, and like, man, like I hope, you know, if there was anybody here today who just wanted to, you know, slit my throat while I was looking up at the clouds, dog, I really hope they're here because they got the perfect time, you know, perfect time to do it, like, you know. And it's because it's fucking gone through the dark, came back with the light type of, you know. Well, so then you got some weird colors. Hold on, let's find one, a more specific one that's kind of like, it's kind of a regular color, but it's semi, it's like a weird one. So maybe like this orange, okay? Fuck, hold on. This orange. So it may be a little more neon, but that orange you got, what is it? You got nervousness and like excitement, like you know what I mean, like oh fucking yeah, you know what I mean, to like fuck man, like God, and it's just like, you know what I mean, like chewing your fucking fingernails off type shit. Well, okay, so first off, auras do not motherfucking, it's called Zetsu. There's Hatsu, Zetsu, Gyo, okay, it's forms of like turning on your energy and like you're putting your glow out and like now you're on. And then there's like concealing it and like almost like holding its breath. Like you're breathing breath, but like hold like you know what I mean? Like holding it in and like turning it off and shit. And then there's well, so in the different forms of it, and okay, there's like turning on your light, and then there's pushing it out. In the different, you know, aspects of that, never do any that you're trying to turn on or glow or anything in the negative one. If you're not feeling it, and you know, like, damn, I'm not like excited right now. I'm more nervous. Like, just turn it off. Gyo. It's called Gyo, like Gyo. And just turn off and fucking worry about it later and get through whatever you're getting through. And because like if you try to glow with the Gyo and you're nervous, like everybody else around you they're not going to get nervous too or whatever. I mean, sometimes they might, but more particularly because I guess everybody has different, you know, like way people will react to them by their own kind of, you know, way they communicate and shit. But like they'll get kind of excited and start like fucking, it's almost like they're thriving off of your nervousness, and so like you'll get like more nervous and they're just fucking yeah dog, and you know, and you're like fuck man, and it's like, so turn it the fuck off, you know what I mean, because you'll grow badness out of it. I mean, picture a fucking universe where there's like no light. You turn on this light and you can see everything good, everything, all these wonderful things. You turn it off, and then you turn this light on. It's just a different light, but now all of a sudden you see nothing but nightmares. This best way I can like try to get close to describing, So don't do it in bad. Make sure it's good. When it's good, find your color, whatever, or no, find your feeling, and you should be able to sense it. And you might get it wrong a couple times, but you're not going to get it wrong for long before somebody is like correcting you, or you'll hear another suggestion, or because I've heard a couple sometimes where I'm like, damn, okay, like that's just as good as the yellow one I had with fear and pride. Somebody had a yellow one, and I was like, dude, okay, that one's pretty good too. And but resonate with a fucking essence of something and potentize it as much as you can. If you're trying to be sincere, like to somebody, if you're trying to fucking glow out to show this, some girl or some fucking family member, whatever, that you're like really fucking serious into them and shit, like think about sincerity and think about like its shape, think about its color. You know what I mean? It's gonna help probably best for you if you can find its color. Now its shape, it doesn't matter. Like your sincerity might be like a tall fucking skinny crystal, because it's just fucking, it's being right here, it's centered, it's full and here, present. Other people's sincerity, my sincerity would be, I don't know how, like mine might be, mine would be kind of like a bunch of different. Now, when I do this, like shapes and shit, picture like a diamond, like, and then picture a diamond, and it's kind of like, so we're tipping the diamond like this way, okay? So it's kind of like fat right here. Well, on these sides, like it kind of comes out into like what is like, it looks like little arms, and they're just like thinner ones, And then you got the big main part, and then in between those little arms, you got like tiny little, just tiny little ones sticking out. It picture kind of like more like a star, but crystalline. That's how it came to me, and it's like since then, I know I'm doing the right fucking thing, because what it's evolved to these days ain't even a fucking crystal anymore. It's like it's fucking something. It's a shape. I don't know what the hell you call them shits, but like geometric, full on fucking. Anyways, so aura, energy. Okay, find your shape, whatever your shape is. It'll feel comfortable to you, and you'll sense. It's a sensory type of, and a picturing and a being kind of fucking energy, and at like a moment of what I'm fucking talking about. So it's like if you're trying to be sincere to somebody, and then okay, maybe you're sincere, but like you don't need to be, but you're gonna be as much as you need to be. Maybe it's a sincerity that's like just like a little fucking Merkaba thing, maybe, but that's still glowing. It's still beautiful, and I'm telling you, it's doing things to the fucking world around you. It's making you almost for an instant become that like center of the like universe for a second, and everything else is just kind of playing to your fucking song, which is just like you being and feeling you in the moment. If that makes sense. But so that's what I'm saying. If you were like, just being sincere type shit, maybe it might just be a little simple, or like a cube even type of looking one. If you're like trying and you're showing somebody like all of your fucking sincerity, it might be a fucking such a dazzling fucking snowflake looking type one that it's like, and you feel it, and you like, and that's what I'm saying. You'll be thinking that, and you'll be thinking like, no, my crystal is like so fucking divine right now. Just like in my aura, in my essence of my being, like if I'm trying to impress this girl, whatever, it be by my sincerity, like she better motherfucking know, like there ain't nobody being more fucking true to her than I am right now. It's like, if that was like the situation, whatever your situation is, but so like they work in different places, they work in different, I don't know how to play out like a whole bunch of scenarios for you, other than like there's been times where I'm sitting there with homies and shit, and like some of them, maybe some of their shit goes missing. They're like, hey man, like where's my pack? Or like, hey dude, I'm pretty sure I left my vape in here, or so, or like type shit. Or I mean, there's been times I was in jail and something's going down, and like people are like, oh like, hey bro, did you do this? Like where the did you take my shit or something? And when I know for a fact, okay, for instance, my blue will come out of my motherfucking ass, and people will be like, talking to me, and they'll be like, all right, hey, dog. You're like, what? Say it's like somebody who's like, hey, man, did I like leave my vape in here? Like, you swear I didn't leave my vape in here and shit? Like, you're not stealing my vape right now, right? And I'm like, nah, dog. I mean, I didn't really even tell you about it. But when we came back, when we just got back to the crib, I left my juice in your car, and I was just gonna let you have it. And fucking, I knew you were gonna find it, so I didn't say anything. But like, when you found it, I was just gonna tell you like, hey, keep that juice. Like, I ain't, I definitely don't have your fucking mod. I got mine and some fresh juice right now. Like, and I feel so real, dude. I feel so honest. Cause I'm like, no, dog, I didn't steal your shit. Like you got some more because of me. You're right now, type of, the blue will just fucking come out like a motherfucker. Well, that's what I'm saying. These instances, if you have that blue on, and you're a motherfucker, any of these other cool cats out on goddamn fucking social media, and they're trying to like tell somebody something and like something to catch their attention, like, hey, there's fucking shit in the world that you should know about, and like that we should not be fucking around with. Is anybody hearing me? You need your blue, dog. You need your blue. Okay, I gotta clip just this short little fucking minute segment right here, and then make that like the preview, so that way motherfuckers will come watch this whole fucking video and get what I'm saying. Because you need your blue, you need your whatever the fuck color it is. There needs to be a motherfucker out there that is fucking redder than a ruby is, like passionately, like fucking what is it, what is the word, compassionate, yeah, like compassion, bro. And that is like, you know how long America or world in general, you know how long it's been since you've had a king that any of you motherfuckers have seen even glow anything like close to it, that color? Blue, red, green, I don't give a fuck if it was shit color. Other than shit color. But you know what I'm saying? Like was real red, was out there on the battlefield like, I'm going to die for my nation today if I need to. Compassionate, or maybe there was one, maybe like fucking Lincoln type shit, who was like, no, like, or being real, who was like, no, like, this isn't right. I don't give a fuck if they're doing it over there. I will take it not being down and all the way over there if I have to. And, that's what we fucking need in the world right now, because everybody's going to shit color. And, I mean, before you go to shit color and like straight like diarrhea, and it has a fucking spiritual smell too. You don't even want to okay. Go and fucking try to fuck around and do the bad way, and before you go to shit color. Now, it probably leads to shit color, but it's like, at least go this way, not directly into, directly diarrhea, drive. Don't go down that road, dog. Anyways, so with aura, there's that, okay? There's other powers with the aura and shit, but as far as turning it on, you turn into a, like whatever shaped crystal. So for instance, like mine, I have like one that's like my, I don't know how you want to call it, but it's like when I'm like safety netting. Say I have like a homie who, or somebody who's like, been important to me or is important to me or whatever, and I care about them, and they're like, dog, like I'm fucking homeless. I'm on the street right now, and like fucking, we're hungry, we're out in the cold, and people stole my shit today, dog. Like I'm just trying to fucking find my dog, and then fucking find somewhere to goddamn, like drink this. And I'm like, nah, dog, like, hey, fuck that, like, find your dog. I will help you come find your dog, and then you're coming back to my crib for the night. You're staying the night, taking a fucking shower. I'm gonna cook you some fucking dinner. That one for me is a crystal that like is kind of like a pink and green, but it like with like near the center of it, it gets like a darker red. But but it's like kind of like branches. Picture like a bush. It's like a bush, just like fucking all, like a bunch of little fucking arms out on it, and it's almost looking like this, as in it's like ready to catch you, type shit. You know what I mean? And then there's ones where, I mean, the real and honesty, like the blue one, it's all, it semi differentiates. Maybe if it's more like I'm being so precise about something real, or maybe it's like just full blunt sincerity. Sometimes it'll do a little bit like more of a shape to it, but typically it's basically just like a round crystal that's fucking, like I'm telling you, it's like maybe 4 to, like, anywhere in between 4 to 8 feet, like on the best days when it really just fucking comes out, like up to like 8 feet above my head, and then like damn near the same out the bottom, just like a little less. You know what I mean? Like it typically is a little higher, and then it's not like dead ass centered with my body's right here. It's not like dead ass centered. Typically, it's kind of like that. You know what I mean? But then there's other ones that are like if you're maybe in humility, and you're talking about something with somebody and they're kind of embarrassed to tell you, and you're like, no, don't even worry about it. I fucking did this, that, and the other. Like, and you're sharing some ugly. Then it might, and that's what I'm saying. That's you're being real, and it's all about the intention, really, of it. Because that's what I'm saying. I could be saying some, dirt, like I've been doing this, that, and the other, whatever, or I remember those days, type, and when you be that, it's like sometimes it'll like it might be more of like the crystals are like stuck in the ground, type of, like they're holding themselves up onto like a little seat, and I'm trying to paint out like the picture, like the humility, and that's how it would feel to me, is like I'm like posting myself up on a seat, like, hey everybody, come look at me, because like I look like shit, and so here I am, and so it's like, if it's that type of a moment. But the fucking power of your aura and your energy and the bioelectro fucking magnetic field that we have. I mean, nobody, like motherfucking, y'all ever seen the goddamn Transformers? He's like, man, I've saved the whole world like a couple times and nobody even fucking knows who I am. Like, I'll never get credit. Okay, if you've ever felt like that, I haven't, like, let's not say I've saved the world and stuff, but there's been days where, like, I guarantee the motherfuckers around the world on this day that this happened, around the fucking world, in Japan and China right now, there's 50 to 100 dudes in that fucking building, in that office, besides the rest, that were not having good days, and they're like fuck, man, like, this goddamn fucking work, I got like 3 hours left, then I gotta run home and get this too, gosh, like, dang it. And I did what I did. White Paladin, dog. I'm a fucking an artist, and I cut a song talking about like how dope of a fucking artist I am, and like how lyrically fucking better I am. And I'm not saying better than other rappers, I'm the best. I'm saying like how better than myself I was, and how better that song was than like just any normal typical fucking song for like made for fans type shit. It was, and it was impressive in the fuck out of me myself, but I got that motherfucker done, and like I'm listening back to it right after I got it recorded, and make sure it's all there. I'm like looking at the fucking screen, like, fuck yes, I got it, you know what I mean? And I landed it, and literally I just got up, and like I could feel the wave that just like a fucking asteroid wave type shit, but it was a good wave, like just over the fucking planet. And the motherfuckers in China were like, you know what? I ain't worried about it. Like, on the way home, I'm gonna stop at the park. Maybe go grab the kids real quick, and the dog too, for a bit. I'm gonna sit out at the park for a little while tonight. And they just had goodness come their fucking way, and by that bioelectromagnetic wave, because they teach you in where you have learned this shit from the people who are like scientifically, and with their reading measurements, and their measurement tools and all that, shit, scanners and fucking diodes, shit they hook you up to. The motherfuckers, when you're in fear or like anger is bigger than fear, but like fear will be like your aura is just like fucking tiny. It's like, you know, if you were able to see it on somebody and you're trying to like inspect for it, you would barely see it fluffing out of them. It's like it's not even there. Now when a motherfucker is feeling as much love for life, for everyone, for the cause, and for like yourself, for being able to fucking, you know, like put on like that in that good of a way and like that well, and you know, a motherfucker's aura is like your goggles can't see it, your fucking little radar or fucking antennas can't see it because it's fucking, you know, the color of it has and fully enveloped the camera. Like it is completely, everything is fucking that, you know, emanating that fucking feeling. And yeah, when in my mom's room, I was like, I swear, and I walked in and I just had gotten done recording. You know, what I mean, my mom had been hearing me record for a while, trying to get it done. And I walked in my mom's room and I was like, Ma, the motherfuckers in China. I was like, the motherfuckers in China. And like, I sat down. You know, I mean, I was sitting there. I was like, Ma, like, I just got this fucking song done. I was like, the motherfuckers in China are having a good fucking day right now, out of nowhere. Like, it's been a shit day, and now all of a sudden, man, it ain't that bad. And like, it's time to, like, you know, maybe I should count my blessings. Like, it is sunny today. I'm gonna go take the, you know, dog for a walk, and like, you know, like, that's the fucking, I know what the fuck I did. And you know, especially when, you know, like, you have some motherfuckers out, you know, that like may talk shit or make fun of how crazy a motherfucker like I am is, and what is he talking about, until you're that motherfucker out at the goddamn smoke table, and I'm just like out there trying to smoke. I'm just, you know, you're like, yeah, hi, like, how are you? And I'm like, oh man, today's isn't a day. How are you? Like, da da da. And I'm just so calm and comfortable. And they're like, yeah, yeah, you're okay. Okay, that's good. Me too. And just like, you're looking at them like, what are you scared of? Like, what, like, what happened? Is there, are you cold? Like, I mean, I can go grab your jacket real quick, you know? They're like, no, I'm not cold. I think I had this. And, you know what I mean? And it's like, oh, and it's like, you know, because you've been there before, you felt it the first time when you didn't know, you know, and you're just like, oh shit, my bad. All right, yeah, like, yeah, so, sorry, I ain't got, you know, nothing warm. You know, are you hungry? I mean, I might be able to help with that. If not, man, I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do. I feel kind of useless. I'm gonna go inside because I should just probably get the fuck away before I, you know, traumatize. You know, like, because I mean, the experience of like seeing it, not knowing it's real, is scary to a motherfucker who doesn't believe in it at all, and it's not real. And then they see it and they're fucking frightened. Like, there might have been trauma they went through in their life. This might traumatize them worse, just to see motherfucker like Vegeta, like, fucking glowing blue right in front of the motherfucker. And like, that might scare you more. It might rattle your brain and your beliefs, and you're like, what the fuck really is this? More than, you know, that like fucking bad experience on a roller coaster that you had when you were a kid, or your fucking, you know what I mean, like the fucking fights that you used to get in with your twin brothers. So, you know what I mean, like, however, point is, aura, and I'm a rapper, so I mean, that was just like a kitten. My mind's like trying to like find a good way to put an end on, you know, this little section of my teaching, and make it a good ending, hopefully, because I mean, this has been kind of a, you know, I hope it was a good fucking explanation. Whoever the fuck can sit down and just listen to it all the way through, now they know some shit, and they may not even fully comprehend, but at least they get the you know, they get it now, and they're in that brainwave, the state of like consideration. They're like, okay, like, well, so if, you know, what that motherfucker was talking about, like, how would that, you know, that's where they're at now. Okay, so this is a good video, but no, I was like, what did I say? I was like, I gotta find a way for it to end, but my mind's rhyming and shit. I was like, I can't remember what it was I was to say, but yeah, aura. Oh, aura. You want some more for you? Doesn't matter if or whether or not they will or can even more ignore you. No, I don't need to go on a acapella right now, but because in this video there's not many people who even fucking can fathom the reality of it. Two, the ones who are likely are not gonna find this video because like they're probably watching like a fucking practitioner or like a monk or a fucking, you know, maybe even like a chi master type, you know, to try to learn this, or self-help books in their you know, little Chinese Zen garden area. You know what I mean? This is probably not the typical area you find this type of information, people. But fuck yeah, I gotta post it, dude. Because I mean, like, how many of you motherfuckers don't know this shit? And I could teach this to, and like now we got like half of the world going real well. Cause like okay, you never know. I fucking hope and pray that could be the case, but I'm betting and just already kind of banking, you know, like shooting for this movie or the video not getting very, you know, much, what do you call it? Like attention, you know what I mean? Seen by who needs to, or fucking viral by me, you know, the social media fucking addiction. But in the essence of it, there's that, and there are other techniques I do know when it comes to energy. There's been some people that I've been watching their stuff, and there was even a post recently that somebody was talking about, like, hey, for anybody who does know about anything about this, like, it's weird and typically kind of frowned on, like not talked about. I'm not gonna think you're crazy. Like, fucking come, like, please tell me everything you do know, or any, you know, I wanna try to, you know, see or just know more about what I feel, you know, and definitely for anybody who has watched this till now and gotten there, like, hit me up if you would like, and fucking we can go over the other types of things that I know that are, I mean, because when you know how many other things there is to know and how these other people do their shit, because there's some people who could do some shit out here, and the way they do it is like, I'm kind of like grasping like the way they're looking at it, and like, you know, I know some people out there after watching this like, the fuck do you mean make your like yourself into a crystal? The fuck are you talking about, dog? And I'm like, your aura, like your you know, your energy, like fucking bring it into. And it's not even about the shape. I mean, it is about the shape, but the color. It's more about like the purity and like what it will form. You know what I mean? It could be a fucking form itself into like a little cute little puppy dog, and not be crystal, and that might be more fucking powerful or fucking, you know, captivating or fucking adorable than, you know, what I'm talking about. But what I'm talking about is real enough that it's scaring the fucking neighbors, and definitely was scaring my mom, and I'm sure it's been scaring the cats who are probably watching me record this fucking video right now through my goddamn camera too. But it's all right, they don't need to worry, because what I'm bringing is like the most powerful weapon, but it doesn't hurt anybody. It just fucking makes everybody better. So, including their bitch ass, they will learn to fucking, you know what I mean, to get over their shit and fucking, you know, however you want to look at it. But, yeah. So, anybody hit me up if you want to talk about different energy, you know, forms of energy, expulsion, feeling, vibing, whatever, however. And, yeah, because I'd love to talk about it. I would love to learn more, you know, the stuff that I've just learned recently about some of these cats and their abilities is cool. And but it's weird. It's just as like weird as I know I'm sounding, and as it was to me, watching theirs was like, whoa, what the fuck? I cannot, like, what you're saying, dude, what in your mind? You're like, and I would kind of get it, but it's like that you have to practice. It's a practice. So like, I know how to boom, like put on a shape, and like, I don't know how to fucking describe it, but like people I mean, imagine if I just turned into Diamond and was like the most sexiest mother. It's like, I'm not the most sexiest motherfucker, but when I'm feeling that, like, I'm talking, I could be in the fucking store next to like MGK and his bitch would be like, yeah, and he'd be like, let's go, baby, like, you know, it just happens like that. Energy is fucking powerful. Some of these cats are doing some shit with like their hand and like making people's body like fucking like fall over and shit by like holding them like they were a second ago, but then like pulling their energy out of them by touching them. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, wait, what? Oh, Bridget, you fucking Bridget. God